So what I like about today's game is that it's got this really perfect combination of activity that's hands-on, that's totally fun in and of itself, and great metaphor that's really great for some reflection. So the game is to bake a cake. All right. I don't care if you're not a baker. I don't care if you hate baking. I don't care if you've never baked anything ever in your life and you don't even know what you're doing. Well, that's going to be part of the fun, part of the exploration of this exercise. You're going to give it a try. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. Don't think that this is like a big deal and you got to do research. I mean, you should maybe look up how to do it, but you're baking a cake. And it's going to be for the pleasure of, just bake a cake, see what it's like. Any flavor you like, pick something that you do like. It could be a box mix. I mean, I'm going to say that you could do that, but put some energy into it though. Okay. Put some energy into it. Don't be sloppy. Actually try for it. Because like I said, it's the exercise of feeling like, okay, that's what making a cake is like. I really tried to make a nice cake. Even put some icing on it and try to make it nice or fancy. I mean, it doesn't have to be like extravagant with like perfect flowers. Don't like kill yourself and make it so that it's awful. I mean, you want it to be fun, but within the range of fun, do your very best. Make it so that you've written, I don't know, your name on it or some sort of, swirls or flowers or drawn some sort of pattern or creation with your icing. So not just ice it, but, really continue and make some details, put some work into it. Make sure that, there's some fun and creativity and artistry. Artistry, that's the best word I'm looking for. Put a little bit of that in there. And then... here's where the metaphor comes, right? And then, but it's also the fun. I feel like this is totally the fun. For years, I totally had this on my list of like things that sounded the most fun to me. And then you will destroy it. Smash it all up, okay? Smash the cake all up, but don't let knowing that that's what you're going to do with it deter you from putting in that work on the front end. Like actually give it a try and really make sure that you're putting in your best effort, and you're doing it the best way you can. So anyway, then you're going to smash it. You're going to smash it all to bits. I wouldn't smash it so that you can't eat it. Smash it all up, but, keep it on a plate or something so that you can actually eat it, because that's part of the metaphor. Number one, this is a real life exercise that you do with your body so that you can see in real time that destruction can be fun. In general, we kind of think that like destruction is the scary thing and we don't want it. And oh my God, what if it gets destroyed? What if this thing that I've created, what if this thing that I've worked on gets destroyed? But number one, in the metaphor, we're seeing that like destruction is kind of fun. It's kind of playful and it's sort of this necessary part of life, It's fun to smash a cake. I totally, like I said, had this on my list of like most fun things I wanted to do is just smash a cake. And then eat it anyway, right? So the next part is eat it anyway. Smash it and eat it. And see that you can still enjoy it. You can totally still enjoy it. Still part of this metaphor that we're playing with here. You can enjoy things that haven't gone the way you originally planned. They can still be enjoyed even if they are quote unquote ruined or smashed or, the plan didn't work, the tower fell. The thing that you were building was this cake and you were building it in a certain way. And that is totally why it's really important that you put your best effort forward, because you really want to feel the sensation of this was my work. So you have to put some energy and some work into it and actually try your best and put the details, the artistry, the flair, make sure that you're doing that so that all of it plays out in this metaphor that you get to experience. And that's going to be that, okay, now, it didn't go the way, my work has been destroyed. It didn't go the way that it was seeming when I was creating this cake. even though you did kind of know you were going to do this. But, things don't always go the way that they are intended or planned. And sometimes your work gets destroyed. Sometimes your work gets ruined. Sometimes it gets smashed. Sometimes it falls. Sometimes it crumbles. And number one, that can be fun too. I mean, destruction is kind of fun too. And number two, you can still enjoy it. There is still a way often to be able to enjoy it, even smashed up. It still tastes good. It still tastes like cake. And then additionally, it's sort of just this thing of like, life happens. You got to put some trust forward. I understand it's not so much with this whole cake scenario, but I mean, things always get destroyed. Everything that you build, everything that you ever build will be destroyed at some point in some way. It will be altered. It might not get demolished, destroyed, like into oblivion and it doesn't exist, but it will absolutely change forms, tumble down, like a tower that falls or, shift from its original intended state. It will absolutely change and be destroyed and, changed in some way. That's just a fact, that's just a fact. Anything that you work towards or build will be taken apart in some way. And then just realizing, hey, and so be it. That is okay. That is a natural part of life. I don't have to sort of resist. I remember this cake activity, because there's just goofy fun in the demolishing of the cake. And it just like is the thing that helps me remember like, yeah, destruction is sort of fun. There's this little thrill in it, this little destructive edge. And it can still taste good. And you can still make something of it. You can still squeeze the lump of cake into a ball and like make it into some sort of like cake ball or, put it in a little cupcake shell. I mean, you can still do something with it. Those of you who have baked, I mean, this is totally why I've picked a baking exercise for this, because those of you who have baked, that you have to be fine with the outcome. You have to be willing to be creative. You have to be willing to shift and let it be. You have to be willing to trust, like, okay, I'm doing this, but it might not turn out exactly the way I wanted. And so be it. I will find a way to enjoy it or get creative if I have to make this into something edible to be able to eat tonight. There was like some sort of oven mitt or something I saw in the line the other day. At a store, and it was like something, it was an oven mitt for the kitchen, and it said something like, whatever happens, we're eating it, and that's definitely like the baker's motto, where it's like, yeah, man, whatever happens, we're eating it. And metaphorically, this is precisely the thing that I want you to walk away with, where it's like in life, you don't have to sit around and freeze up and be so worried and be so kind of freaked out about things changing or having your work destroyed or working towards something for nothing. I've done that myself, where it's like, am I working towards this for nothing? It's sort of like that same principle of baking, where it's like, it's about the fun in the baking process. And we're going to go at this with the trusting, and not just trusting, but like trusting our own problem solving abilities. Like I'm trusting myself and knowing that like, hey, look, whatever happens, we're eating it. Like we're going to figure out a way to make this edible. It might be creative. It might not even taste great, but whatever happens, we're going to get nourishment from it somehow. And isn't that the stuff in life? Isn't that the most poignant metaphor, I think, where it's like, whatever happens, it might not even taste great, but we are going to take nourishment from it. We are going to make it useful. Whatever happens, we're going to get something from it. We're eating it, and then you just like remove so many layers of fear in life, so many layers of resistance, because whatever happens, we're eating it. Plus, you've got so much empowerment in that, because you are like, I'm going to be creative. Whatever happens, I'm not going to fault myself. I'm not going to crawl in a hole. I'm not going to feel like everything has been ruined and the tower has crumbled and my life is in shambles. We're going to find a way. We're eating it. We're going to be more of a problem solver. We're going to be more creative than that. We're going to just like enjoy the destruction too. I mean, we can, get into that silly, playful place where it's like, God, I can't believe my cake that I worked so hard is so beautiful, but slam, it's done, and I'm going to like get my kicks in that. Enjoy that side of life too. when I'm able to just smash it up and like let it go, let go of that work, let it have been what it was and nothing more. It was work that I put in and it was enjoyable at the time and nothing more. Now I'm enjoying a completely different phase called smash it up, you know? So, you know, those are the reasons why, aside from just the fact that smashing cake is so awesome, you might think I'm a total nut. And that's cool because I am. But yeah, I think that is so fun and always have. It's like smashing cake. I also used to smash grapes and tomatoes. Like when something explodes or smashes, I find it to be satisfying in a way. So I used to, when they were rotten, I didn't waste food for no good reason. But, you know, if I was going to toss them out in the compost, I would like make them hit against a tree and then go down because I liked the splatter. So there you are. Crazy, vulnerable confessions from your game guide, Amy. All right. See how you like the game. Make yourself a wonderful cake. Enjoy the delicious flavors, even if it is totally smashed up.